Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Jeff Wilkins prospecting video. In today's video, we're hiking into a remote location to try and find some new gold deposits, and we're going to run the sluice, and we're also going to hopefully hike upstream a bit to take a look at some of the gold deposits that might be feeding the sources of the gold downstream. Last night, we got like 6 inches of rain here, so everything's really high, everything's all wet, so hopefully that's washed a lot of the gold down.
If this pan has gold, that means we're doing the sluice here.
All right, so I have to tap it up like this. It's kind of an annoying technique. You have to tap it, then pull it down, tap it, then pull it down. And the gold, because it's heavy, it's because of its properties, it'll go right up to the top. There's one piece right there. We got some small specks here, and it's enough that we can probably run the sluice here. All right, oh, I can feel, we got soft gravel, good. That'll be easy to dig through. So I take this stuff up, set it in here, and I'll fill that up, and then I can classify it right to the bucket. What I can do is I can get some water up in here, and then once I fill up the bucket enough, I can classify it. Just come here, so I can put my shovel up on the side, and then just do that. There goes all the dirt, all the gold. I always look through sometimes just in case you got pieces that look like they might be ore. See those little bugs shaped, those very weird craters basically in the rocks where minerals have leached out. And I'll take back the good looking pieces, but that doesn't look like it's got too much. And now, I'm just gonna keep doing this until the bucket's basically full, or at least half full of dirt. This is hard packed material I'm digging through, so this is old gravels, and it's kind of hard to get a lot of dirt per scoop because you have to really break up the ground to get all that dirt up. But sometimes that hard packed stuff's got stuff nobody's ever touched, so it can contain a lot of good gold.
Jeff just hit a false bedrock. What does that mean, Jeff?
So basically when you hit false bedrock, that's basically that's where there's this decomposing layer of saprolite, which is the host bedrock around here. So what that means is that basically the gold, big pieces of gold could sink down and just they hit that bottom, they can't go any further down.
All right, the first bucket's done. That took like 20 minutes, but we're gonna sluice it now.
All right, so what I'm gonna do to set up the sluice is I'm just gonna make a little dam. But you ready to start shoveling?
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this scoop and slowly pour our material into the sluice.
All right, so we're just getting the remaining bits of the material into the sluice. I'm gonna fill up the pan, and this is just to make sure I don't lose anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick it up, and now I'm gonna go ahead and just rinse everything off into the bucket. All right, so we're good now. So now we're gonna go ahead and dump this stuff into my pan. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse all the concentrates into this pan, and we'll see what kind of gold we got. Pile of gold right there, see it?
Oh, yeah, so.
Right there at the top of there's where your gold is. All those little yellow specks are gold there. So now we'll go ahead and suck that up, and then we'll move on to the next spot. So check this out. This is a metamorphic rock called gneiss, and it just has veins of granite and quartz and stuff, and it got squashed together by the metamorphic processes. And I just think it's really cool. It's just all these layers and stuff.
We're up here in this little spring-fed area. This area is beautiful. We're just gonna see how this rainfall has affected that gold deposit. As always, we're doing our pan test, and then we're gonna move on to the sluice once we double check to make sure there's gold.
Look at these big cobbles right in the bottom of the drop off here. This is a good spot.
This is a pretty cool place. You've got this
tree.
The tree dam looks awesome.
Check this out. This is a quartz stringer. This is a quartz vein that's actually embedded in the
It's cool. What does the texture feel like?
It's like a sticky, clay-y material. Very pasty, see? It's kind of like a paste. Alright, so I'm just gonna check the back and make sure there's nothing in there. Alright, we're down to the smallest
No visible stuff yet?
Oh, we got gold. Oh, wow, we got a couple pieces of actually pretty chunky gold. Look at that. 1, 2, 3,
so just
4.
Look in that edge.
So it's about 4 pieces right there of some nice Georgia gold.
Count 1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll go ahead and suck up that gold there.
All right, we're just gonna do another pan because what happened was those 4 flakes we got versus the 10-ish flakes, 7 flakes we got from the other spot. Those 4 flakes were much larger, much more easy to see on the camera. So that's already more yield than we got.
We'll go ahead and see if there's gold in that. Yeah, we got a couple specks, but they're smaller this time. There's less of them and they're smaller, so it tells us that the smaller before.
What do you think that clay layer that we were looking at is?
Clay was better because I only see 1 or 2 banks here that we're standing on.
So you should definitely go for that clay layer. right?
It's just gonna take a while to break up, but yeah, we'll try that out. Oh yeah, I feel it. We're in that sticky clay stuff. It's silty, but apparently it's got good gold.
Do you have any idea why the clay layer is giving us
that's the lowest the gold can go, and it's also, keep in mind, it's right next to this bank here, so any gold that would be eroding out of the bank is like stopping right here.
Look at this rock, it's like a big finger.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Okay, so we did a lot of digging. I was working the classifier. Here's our big tailings from the classifier. So I worked the classifier. Jeff, he worked the shovel. So we came over to this small area right here, and it looks like there's gonna be enough flow. What we don't want is to put our sluice on a flowing area and have all our tailings mix in and ruin all our yields for other gold down here. So hopefully we're gonna keep tailings going to this river, because we haven't done that much testing on this river.
Here
Last
first.
bit.
All right, and now.
All right, now the fun part. Now the fun part.
I gotta fill this bucket up with water.
Can't lose any of that precious gold, so we'll just do this. And then now, when I lift it up, everything's self-contained. All right, let's go ahead and dump this stuff in
Can't see anything yet.
the bucket. All right, there's some of our stuff. Let me get all of it.
You almost spilled some of
Oh, there's a lot of garnets in there. Holy moly, a lot of garnets.
Let's see if we can see any gold. Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's some gold.
Nice, that's good yield.
After our first set of tapping the pan, we made sure to double check for any leftover gold.
There's a guy up there.
There's all kinds of guys out there. There's like 10. Wait, let me put this shadow.
Yep.
Yeah, see, there's like 10.
Yep,
15.
I'm getting those on camera.
Yeah, I'm glad we tapped it back up, or else we would hold it. That's why it's important to do a second tap, because if you don't, then you could.
Honestly, let's do a third tap. I still think we're missing
Yeah,
stuff.
we will. All right, I think I don't see anything else, so that was a success.
We're gonna keep looking upstream so that we can find a narrow strait. Since we didn't find a lot of gold, we think that we're gonna search along the bedrock layer.
It's really pretty too. Look at all the different colors.
Yep.
Orange.
Awesome coloration up here.
So we're closer to the spring that feeds this.
All right, let's see. Do we have any gold?
And
Yeah, I think we got a couple pieces, but they're not a ton.
are we going back to the high yield spot, our highest yield of the day, or are we going upriver?
Let's go up a little bit.
We're actually on top of a decomposing bedrock layer, which is
this
even
out.
better. Look at this. You don't think you can penetrate it?
Look at this. So
It's
while
almost soil. Like,
while you can break up the bedrock, the gold can't get through that.
we got 2 specks of gold. We hiked along the river. It's hard to get to the river. The banks are 10 plus feet high. So we're just not gonna fool with that. And I think that we got a decent hole, so we're packing up right now.
Okay. All right, so here, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit. This is our cleanup for the day. This is from 2 sluice runs and a bit of testing. Not a bad yield, as you can see here. I'll go ahead and pretty good line of gold. Closely.
You look pretty close.
I don't know
and
if
you can
it'll,
see-
if you can focus it there, but there's a little bit of. So it's been a couple days since my friend and I were down at the creek getting some of that gold, and the weather's been quite cloudy, and in order to weigh up the gold, it actually needs to sit in the sun and dry for a while, and it's quite a hassle to do, and because we only found maybe 2 or 3 hundredths of a gram of gold, I'm not really going to be weighing that up, but I am adding it into a 6 to 7 month total of gold concentrates that I've been saving for, as you know, 6 to 7 months. And I will be doing a weigh-up video on that coming up in just a few weeks probably, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Please comment any video ideas you have down below. I will be reading all the comments, and I could take those into consideration, so that might end up being on a video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.